Hi guys and welcome. So today is Saturday, June 28th, and we're going to go over this bundle today. This is called Pretty Florals. Sorry for my skylight. It is a 10-piece stamp set, a 15-piece die set. And we're going to go ahead, of course I've got it all prepped. There's so many big dies that I actually had to rearrange how I did my stamps here so I could get more of the dies on those magnetic backings. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's grab this now. This, as you can tell, is a two-step stamp. So this goes on top of this, but this is the leaves for it. This goes on top of this, this is the leaves for it. This goes with this is the leaves, and then we have this that can also go there. Excuse me. Bad day in Chicagoland for sinuses. Alright, so let me go ahead. Since I rarely use it, I'm going to use Shy Shamrock today. Can you believe it? It's been around for a year and a couple months, and I rarely use it. So I'm going to use Petunia Pop, but I'm also going to use, I think, Pretty in Pink. Strawberry Slush. We'll see. We'll maybe go back and forth with these. Excuse me. Alright, so the first one. Let me see if this is big enough to go over my stamp. It is. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down our base. So I'm going to do that in the lightest color. So I think I will do Pretty in Pink for that. We'll go right there. Also, I have not cleaned these off finish wise, so hopefully we'll be okay. And then let's go ahead and do this background in the Pretty in Pink. Oh, we got a little bit of an edge there. And let's do this. I think that's it for the solids, right? Oh, no, we have one more. We have this for the solid. And then we have this one. Alright, so there's all of those. All done in Pretty in Pink, which is a in color that will be retiring at the end of this catalog. So not till next April, but it will be retiring. Along with our Shy Shamrock. Alright, so now let's go ahead. Let me get those. Sorry about the arm there. Let me get these all wiped off and put away, because I find if I do this while I'm stamping, I'm less likely to have such a mess to clean up at the end. So that's this one. And this is just my little cloth that came with the glass studio, which is still available. It's still on the online store, just so you know. So you get the glass mat, you get the little silicone mat here, and you get the towel. And I think it's $60 US. Alright. Now let's go into, because I have these blocks cleared off now, let's go into, let's try Strawberry Slush on a couple of these, and then let's try the, yeah, that other word, the Petunia Pop on these up here. Alright, so let's go here. This is the detail layer. I am going to bring it down a little bit so I can look over it. A little off. I usually do the outline first and then the inside. I find it easier that way. but most people do it in this order. All right, so let's go ahead and take, that's a really big stamp block for that. So I'm going to use my A, which is no longer available, of course, and put that in there. All right, so there's those two in Strawberry Slush. Brand new in color. It's a returning in color, so it's available for this catalog and next year's catalog, which won't be out till May 2026. Sounds weird to say that. All right, so this is this one here. You can tell by the way the edges are. Again, I'm going to line it up. I'm not getting my head in the picture, so I might be a little off. But there you see that. Let me go ahead and grab this one. I need a little bit more over that. Pretty good. I was kind of gauging where those little V's were at the flower, where the petals meet. All right, so we have all of ours. Let's go ahead now and do our stems. Ooh, sorry, that was loud. So let's do the stem like that. Let's do the stem like that. And then let's go ahead and get this one. That still fit on there? It does. Excellent. I don't like using too big of a block. I like to kind of keep it close to the overall size. Would help if I have it the right way. So now I'm aiming right at the bottom of those flowers. And I'm not trying to get my head in, so it may not be perfect. Yeah, that one was really off. But you get the idea there too. All right, so that's it for the stamping. Remember I told you it was 10 stamp set, it was 10 stamps. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have the stem, which is 1, the stem, which is 2, and then you have the 8 that are the 4 with the 2-step. All right, so now let's go ahead and bring out this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Goodness, I had stuff piled on top of it. Isn't that the way it is with flat surfaces? All right, so we have plate 1 and plate 2, which is what we always have to use whenever we're talking about die cuts. They're thin die cuts. All right, so let's go here. This is 6 inches across. So if you have, and this, your actual plate, I think is more like 5.5. Oh no, it's 6 too. Just a little bit at 6. So as long as on this one you don't have that big of a area, you'll be fine. Now here is the problem with this. These cut out these stems. These cut out this. So if I had been smart, I would have stamped this and die cut it first and then did my stems. So let me go ahead and, you know what, we'll just go with it. I'll cut this out, I'll cut this out, and then we'll cut the stems out, but some of them might be a little lacking because we'll be cutting it out with the flowers. All right, so there's that. Didn't think that far ahead. Now when these cut out though, they're going to cut out individually. I guess I'd stamped with this, but I hadn't done the die cut yet, so put that there. So let's go ahead, lay these down and cut these out. Yeah, because those are cut right through the stem. Again, those are going to cut out the 3 individual flowers. I didn't line it up very good, as you can see. Should have got my head down more in the shot. Alright, so the name of the game is, if you're going to cut out these pieces, cut them out, stamp them separately. Don't stamp them all together, because see, now we're going to cut this out, but see, that part's gone. I'll show you what I mean here. So there you have that piece, but of course some of that is gone because it's stuck onto the flowers that I just cut out. There you go. And then, of course, where's the other one? Is this the one? No, that's different. All right, maybe we don't have, because this looks too small. Oh, no, no, that's not it either. So I don't know if we have one to cut that one out. Oh yeah, here it is. Duh. Sorry. Let's go ahead and cut this one out. Here I'm trying to get that stem inside of that die cut. So there's that. All right, and then you have this that cuts out these. I'm going to cut this one out over here separately, since I did stamp that one twice. Now here I'm looking at the curve of those petals, but I'm also making sure that I'm getting that curve there too. A little bit off. Not too bad. All right. Then we have this that cuts out this flower here. Again, I'm trying to get those petals so that I can see them. Of course, I'm off at an angle, so who knows how it's really going to turn out. All right. Grab that out. And there you have that. So see, now you have that so that the stem will go right up in there. If I had done the stem correctly, See how it would go right up in there. All right. Now let's go ahead. Those are all the ones that cut out the stamped images. Then you have all of these that don't match up to any stamp. And as you can see, some of them are going to cut out completely, some are going to make individuals, like here and here. All right, let me grab out, I'm trying to think ahead to the colors I want to make. I think I want to do, you like this? I finally organized my scraps a little bit better. I still have my little one here for punches, because these are really small, but these are my bigger scraps. So I think I want to do some pink. I think I want to do some fresh freesia. All right, so in the pink, let's go ahead and load up what we can. So let's do that. Yeah, I want it to go like this. So we're going to do that one. Let's do this big one. And then in the fresh freesia, let's do this small one and this one, because the rest are leaves. So we'll pick out a green for those. All right. I think we'll be able to cut all of these. Hopefully it'll go through okay. That's a lot of different dies to go through those rollers. Because I didn't tape them down, I'm not going to go backwards just in case they moved. All right, let's see. All right, so those all making a mess on my side table here. These can get thrown away. So there's, to me this is just, so that one may not work. Sometimes if you throw them on here, a lot of them will come out. Anyway, so let me get my, take your pick tool. Get my pokey end. All right, so there's that one. This, oops, let me put it over there. This actually does 3 of these. So there you have 3 of those. You had 3 of these. That's from this one. And those go on these, in case you're wondering. Do I have the right side up? Yeah. So those go on there, kind of like that. All right, and then this one, your really thin flower outline. Oops, don't want to leave that there. Over there on that. So that, I don't know if it goes on here. I guess it could, but I don't feel like it matches up perfectly. But I think it could go on there. I'll do some research and find out for you. But otherwise, it's a beautiful flower on its own. All right, now let's pull out a green. Let's do all these leaves. We have 5 of them. Remember, there's 15 dies in this bundle. If you order a bundle, you don't have to order the bundle. You can just order the stamp set if you want. You can just order the dies. Now the dies, sometimes you wouldn't get the dies all by themselves because sometimes they match up with the stamp set. Now, even though these cut out. This, I still think the dies on their own are a hit. All right, so let's get all of those. Let's get all of these out. I'll just lay them here until we can get to the end. But I think how deep these went, I don't think this is going to keep them. Yeah, see, it's just going to bring up. Oh, that one cut down. All right. So that one is okay. This one still stuck. This one's still stuck. We're gonna get them all so you can see them in a second here, and this one actually stayed on. So let me get these all off. Let me move the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine back over to my side counter. So then here's these. I did this on the two-tone cardstock, so the other side is a little bit different. You see those okay? So here, that stem can go back to these flowers here. And then these individual flowers here. And then you have these two and this one. All right, guys, that's the review of Pretty Florals bundle, 10-piece stamp set, 15-piece die set. Come back tomorrow, we'll make a card together, and I'll also have some other examples for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.